So in this video, I'm going to show the basics of some 2D animation. I got a sprite off of Open Game Art that has a sprite sheet in it. So if I drag that into the game, it looks like this. Go. That's what it holds, these sprites like that. And I'm only interested in these ones actually, and the attack ones, which are the first four, the walking ones. So I'm going to do that. Basically, I'm going to make it walk and attack. Simple as that, really. When you press the button, you're going to attack. And when you walk, you're going to stop attacking. Right, so how do we do that? Well, there's many ways. And I'm not saying this is going to be perfect, but let's just get on with it. So first of all, you click on the sprite and you go to multiple because it's a multiple sprite, not a single one. You go to sprite editor, apply anything, always apply if it ever comes up. Slice, automatic, and press slice. And it will slice all the sprites up for you. Brilliant. We close it, we save it, and that's it. Now we need to drag in the frames that we want. Now we want 0 to, I know from reading the thing that 0 to 3 is attack. So I drag them in, and it's going to make a new file. I call it attack. I'm going to call it spider attack. Okay, because in case I do sales. And then 4 to 9 is my walking. So I'm going to drag those in and call it walking. Brilliant. Right, now I'm going to delete the one that was attacking because I want the one that was walking to be default. Okay, so I'm going to call that spider. I'm going to enlarge it 3 times, whatever, because it's small. And there you go. It's currently walking continuously, right? So I'm going to put on a simple walking script that's going to walk towards where I click the mouse and then stop. But I'm not going to go through that script because it's about animation. If you want the script, I will leave it in the description. So this is the script here. It's a bit lengthy and I might leave it on the screen actually. And I'll put the files maybe on the web. But essentially the spider's got a speed. In the update, we check if the mouse has been clicked here. So if you click the mouse, we set the state to 0. I'm going to go about state in a minute. Don't worry about that for now. Then we're going to get where did we click. Okay, now that's going to get the where did we click bit. Now just remembered that it will get the Z wrong, so I need to put the Z to 0. It will put the Z as where the camera is, which is -10, and not on the same plane, so you won't be able to see the thing. So this is getting the position of where we clicked. We're going to stop all coroutine. So if we've already started moving, we don't continue to do that coroutine. And then we're going to move towards the position we clicked on. Now, this is the code. That makes us look at the position we clicked on. And this just means we're going to loop until we get within a certain amount of distance. And then we're going to appear straight on where we clicked. So if you... that's basically what's going to happen. So that just allows us to move. Okay. You don't really need to understand that. You just need to know that when I click, the spider moves towards there. And the code's there to understand why. There we go. Okay. Now, at the moment, the spider is walking... like walking even when it's not walking, and that's what I want to show you. How do we control that? Okay, so first of all, what you've got to do is go to the animator here. So click on spider, get animator up. If it's not up, you can go window, animation, animator, and then you go here to parameters, and we need to add one. We're going to add a float, and we're going to call it walking speed. All right, now we're going to start it at 0. We're going to go then to the animation that's walking here. And we're going to set the speed with a multiplier of walking speed. So at the moment, walking speed is 0. So when we start the game, this will not be walking. Okay, because now we've linked our walking speed animation and it won't walk. It won't animate because we're not changing walking speed, right? So in the animator, you add a variable, a float called walking speed. And then here you click multiplier. And then you put walking speed, right? So it goes 0 to 1 or 2 if you want it faster, obviously. But so how do we then alter the walking speed in script? Right, well, we do that by going here and we need a serializable field, private, for the animator. I'm going to put it underneath. I don't know why it does that when you paste. Animator, I call it anim, or you can call it animator. And so basically we need to set the speed of that. Now, how do we do it? Well, we do it like this. It's a little bit weird, I grant you. So when we clicked, we want to start the speed to 1, basically. So I'm going to go here. When we click somewhere, I'm going to go anim.setFloat. Then you put the name of the float in there, walking speed, and I'm going to set it to 1. Now, then we just need to set it to 0 when we get to the final position, which is here. Okay, although you could do this many other ways. You could, when they let go of the key, you could set it back to 0. You know, if they're not holding any of the left, right, up, down keys, you set it to 0. If they are holding the key, set it to 1. It doesn't matter if you keep setting it. It won't affect it won't like play the animation again really badly. It will just set it to 1. So now we click, and it's completely not working because I didn't drag in the animator controller into here. So the animator controller is here. Drag that in. Press play. And then click, click, click. Now I'm going to make right click attack. Okay, so yeah, there's that. Click around. Okay, run. I'm going to make right click attack. Just going to attack wherever we're facing. It's not perfect, but I'm just trying to simplify my videos a bit. I did this video before and it was extremely complicated, and I did a really proper game with barrels that you could attack, but then I thought, God, this is getting too complicated. I might make that game and just release it and show you how I do it, but I want to keep it simple. So I'm going to do right click attack. So let's go back. Now, how do we do that? So first of all, there's no way currently to get from walking to any other animation because we've got exit, we've got any state, which don't really care about. And this is our entry. It starts here and goes here. So we need to drag in our attack onto here. And then we need to make a transition to that. Now, by default, what will happen is it'll just do one walking animation followed by an attack. Oh, it won't because the speed is set to 0. Okay, so it won't do that because the speed is set to 0. But that's what would happen. Actually, it would do if I clicked. Actually, I should have clicked and then it would have done it. You see, now it's attacking. Right, because it got to the end of the animation and it did it. I think we attack a little quick, so I'm going to change it there. This is permanent change, if you want to change it forever. So here, if you click on this, right, this bit here has exit time. Take that off. So now it will never go to there, ever, unless we do it in code. Well, I could show you it, but, you know, it's going to do exactly what I just said. So, you know, it's just never going to go to the attack. So when do we get to, how do we do that then? So let's go back here. Go here. Now I've checked mouse movement here. So let's get rid of that now. You don't need to worry about any of that. Okay. Let's just steal that. If mouse button down 1, which is right mouse button. Now what we've got to do is do anim.play. And then we do, oh, and I can't think what it's called. Spider attack. Spider attack. Now, the problem is it's going to need to go back to spider. Now I'm going to put state equals 1 as well, which is part of. So I'm going to put state equals 2 actually, right, and then do and state equals 1. What this means is because it doesn't matter here, right? But what happens is the problem is if people, let's say you're already attacking and they click again, you don't want to like hit again. Like during your attack you're going to take damage off the enemy, so when you're attacking and you click again, you don't want it to attack again. You want to make sure you finish the attack. So we actually have 3 states. State 0 is where walking or staying still, same thing to us, doesn't matter. State 1 means we're trying to attack but we have not yet started attacking. So state 2 means we are now attacking. So now we're in state 2, and then we need to attack for however long that attack is. Now I'm going to create I'm going to use an invoke. I could use a coroutine. I'm just going to guess it's 1 second, right? It probably isn't, but I'm just going to guess it's 1 second. So now I'm going to make a private void stop attack, and that's going to stop us attacking. I'll set my state back to 0 so I can attack again. Okay. Now hold on. State equals. Yeah, because if I click the mouse down. No, hold on. If the mouse is down, state equals, I'll sort that in a minute. Let me just fix that in a minute. So let's set state back to 0. Okay, and then we will anim.play walking. Is it spider walking? That's just walking. Walking. Okay. And then because we're not moving, we will do anim.setFloat walking speed to 0 because we're not walking. So it's going to walk, it's going to attack. Stop and do one attack. All right. Now, let's just figure this out in my head. So if we right click and state equals 0, we set state equals 1. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we don't need 2 states. That's fine. Yeah. Why is it giving me the other? Oh, yeah, double equals. So if we're walking, I think before what it was, I had one that was walking, like towards, I thought about the idea of having 0 be standing still, 1 be walking. But it doesn't really matter if we're walking or standing still for the attack, because if we're standing still, it doesn't matter, or walking. So it depends if you want to have 0 standing still, 1 be attack, 1 be walking, 2 be attack. But here we go, we've got 2 states. 0 is walking, 1 means we're attacking, and then after every attack we will stop. And it will stop us immediately if we attack. So if I right click, we should attack. The rubbish attack. But you get the gist of it. But they're walking, and then if I'm walking and I right click, we should stop moving there, and I don't know why we didn't. We didn't because we're still doing the move towards coroutine. So when we attack, we need to do stop all coroutines, so that we stop the coroutines. But anyway, that doesn't matter because I'm just trying to show you how to do a simple animation change, like a play animation. So now I've got an attack, a right click to attack. If I right click as I go, it stops and attacks. It probably attacks twice because I'm waiting too long on my invoke. But probably it should be 0.5. You could probably work it out by the speed, but in the end, you're probably better off just trying an error. So that's basically what it is. And then you play it. Yeah, there you go. And you'd have to keep right clicking to keep attacking. If you wanted it to attack again, you could simply just not set the state back to 0 and attack until you click. So you just don't do this. You just do that. Don't stop the attack, and then it will attack forever. And then, but what I would suggest you do is start some coroutine then that would then damage the enemy, like every, it'd be in a loop, and every sort of whilst you're attacking, it's going to check if it's hitting an enemy, if it does do damage, And I can do an example of that in another video, but I did exactly this in the last one and it got to 26 minutes. So I'm stopping there because I've shown you how to do a simple animation transition with animation speeds. And that's all you really need to know for this video.